Revlon documents for financial ruin, blames supply chain. Snags cosmetics maker Revlon Inc. has filed for financial ruin, falling victim to international supply chain disruptions that pushed up raw material charges and triggered companies to demand in advance payments. Known for its nail polishes and lipsticks, the 90-year-old business enterprise in recent years has lost shelf area and sales to startups backed with the aid of celebrities, which include Kylie Jenner's Kylie Cosmetics and Rihanna's Fenty Beauty. In its bankruptcy submitting, Revlon stated supply chain disruptions in the spring brought about severe opposition for components used to make its merchandise. At the identical time, providers that historically presented up to 75 days for fee started annoying coins in advance of latest orders, whilst exertions shortages and inflation brought to its troubles, it stated. For example, one tube of Revlon lipstick requires 35 to 40 raw substances and factor elements, every of which is important to bringing the product to market. Robert Caruso, who became hired as Revlon's chief restructuring officer, wrote in a court docket filing. With shortages of essential elements across the business enterprise's portfolio, competition for any to-be-had materials is steep. The COVID-19 pandemic has lengthened deliver shipping instances, seeing that 2020, pushing up freight prices, while the Russia-Ukraine struggle and lockdowns in Shanghai have delivered chain disruptions this 12 months. Shares in Revlon fell as an awful lot as 44% on Thursday at the financial ruin filing before final down 13%. The shares had halved in market price among final Thursday and near of trading on Wednesday. Media reports of a potential financial ruin filing emerged on Friday. Debts mounted Revlon, which became formed in 1932 by using brothers Charles and Joseph Revson and Charles Lachman, began off selling nail enamel. It became offered in 1985 to McAndrews and Forbes, which stays the controlling shareholder and is owned via Ron Perelman, and went public 11 years later. Revlon sold Elizabeth Arden in an $870 million skincare wager in 2016 to fend off competition. It homes brands inclusive of Britney Spears fragrances and Christina Aguilera fragrances. But the company's income lagged over time and in 2021 fell 22% from its 2017 tiers. In assessment, competition like CoverGirl, owned by Coty NYSE, Coty Inc., have gained marketplace proportion via investing closely to enhance supplies. The company additionally made headlines years ago whilst Citigroup Inc. NYSE accidentally dispatched nearly $900 million of its own money to Revlon's creditors. Revlon requested its bankruptcy PCY choose to verify that the Chapter 11 submitting would no longer stop Citibank's ongoing attraction over the $504 million it is nevertheless seeking to get better from Revlon creditors. A short activate resolution of the dispute might help its financial disaster case move forward, it stated in courtroom papers. The wrong fee is a part of a complicated war between Revlon's pre-bankruptcy lenders, who've jockeyed for control at some stage in Revlon's attempts to defer debt payments, and legal professional representing junior lenders, Clark Whitmore, stated in courtroom that the senior creditors' feeding frenzy would ruin fee for stakeholders, which might be decrease at the meals chain. Revlon plans to fund its bankruptcy case with $575 million in debtor-in-possession financing from its existing lender base. It listed greater than $3.54 billion in liabilities in its court submitting past due on Wednesday. The employer said none of its global units, except Canada and the UK, are part of the Chapter 11 bankruptcy court cases. Middleman Brothers Investment Management, which holds approximately 3% of the organization's inventory, expressed wish fairness holders would manage a decent payout notwithstanding the bankruptcy. That ought to take place if Revlon manages better sales that permit it to overcome deliver chain problems, Chris Middleman stated in an electronic mail to